Hello, hello. Welcome to Self Love Friday with me, Diana, your sacred self love coach. Today is the first in the series, Who Am I? Reality versus Illusion. Part 1, Body. We're going to be talking all about body stuff today. The purpose of this series is to encourage you to get in touch with your true essence, with that part of you that I call sacred self. Some people call it soul, some call it spirit, some call it personal truth. It's up to you. Whatever you call it though, this is about reconnecting with the essence of who you are. Beyond your body, beyond your mind, beyond your emotions, there is something more that drives you every day. Who is that? This series is dedicated to supporting you to access that part of yourself and just sift through all the messaging that comes to us every single day from every angle, and to be able to decipher what thoughts and feelings are really yours and what are external to you, what are ideas that are just really media constructs, and what's really, really true for you. So this series, I'm so excited about it, is really all about liberation. This is about getting free in your body, in your mind, and in your heart. So I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Do let me know in the comments where you're coming from, where you're joining me from. If you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, I should be able to see it in my comment box. I'm streaming to both at the same time. So hopefully you can see me and hear me and all is well. Thank you for being here. So let's talk about this body stuff. Let's talk about it. So take a moment, get quiet, and think about your body. What's the first feeling that came up there? Now what feelings are following as you think about your body? And now what thoughts are popping up for you? For most people, even us highly committed self-love practitioners, there will be some thoughts of dissatisfaction, of criticism, and even self-judgment. For some people, it's pure self-loathing. Thoughts of what can be improved are highly likely for everyone. For us self-love practitioners, thoughts of gratitude are in the mix, but for most people, gratitude doesn't even come into it when we think about our bodies. We have been so programmed to be thinking, what can be better? How should I look? What should I change? Is this lighting right for me? So much ridiculousness is running through our heads all the time when we think about our bodies that gratitude just doesn't even come into it. So now, think about your body this way. If you're watching this, your eyes are sending messages to your brain. Your brain is deciphering those messages. Your ears are doing the same thing with your brain, just in a different way. You are breathing without thinking about it. Your internal organs are going about their business, as they should. And your body is more than likely fighting some form of threat somewhere that you know nothing about and probably never will. Basically, your body is a mass of miraculous energy in physical form. Just let that sink in. You are energy in physical form. And just being alive is happening every moment of your day. So what about those judgments? What was it that you were feeling dissatisfied about? That's quite some food for thought, don't you think? Sacred self-love is self-discipline, but it is also nurturing and allowing. Sacred self-love is doing justice to that life that you wake up to every single day. Sacred self-love is showing up 100% in your life and in every situation that life brings to you. This is all great in theory, but it's meaningless if you don't know who you really are. Which brings me to the question that is the title of this series, Who Am I? So, for example, if mass opinion says your butt should be big and round, but you have a skinny butt, if you don't really know who you are and what values drive you, this will have a negative impact on your self-esteem and confidence straight away. And that's when self-discipline very quickly becomes self-punishment. And these are two very different energies. Self-discipline is tied to self-love and is rooted in self-love. In fact, it is self-love. It's a form of self-love. Self-punishment is a form of self-loathing. They can appear similar from the outside. They can literally look the same, but they're very different. The effects of them are very different on the inside and on the outside. So how do we start deciphering and how do we get to grips with who we really are? What is sacred self-love? Because that's the answer. Sacred self-love is all about knowing yourself and respecting yourself for the being that you are. It's about really getting to know yourself. That part of you that I mentioned before, the sacred self that I call it. It's about making time to spend with yourself, just as you would with anyone else that you want to get to know. And you might be thinking, well, I've been me for all these years. Like, in my case, I've been me for 48 years. Surely I know myself. I know myself very well. But that's not always the case. Just as with any relationship, you know, the old saying, familiarity breeds contempt. Well, not necessarily contempt in this case. In some cases, yes. But sometimes it can just be familiarity and taken for granted. So you think you know yourself, but when last did you check in with yourself that you can say that you truly know yourself? So it might sound crazy to say spend time, but yes, allocate some one-on-one time with yourself. And I'm actually going to put a challenge out to you to check in, especially with your body. Let's spend a week seeing how well we know ourselves physically on the body level and do this challenge with me. It's basically a challenge to spend some one-on-one time with yourself and really connect mindfully with your physical self. So I'm going to get to the details of that, but I challenge you to spend 1 week doing this with me and then let me know at the end of the week if you learned anything new about yourself, if you know yourself any better. So once you are connected with your sacred self and maintaining that connection, then you can be sure that when you are employing self-discipline to be your best self, that it is healthy self-discipline out of a place of self-love, not self-punishment, and that you're committed to your best self on every level. Inner health, fitness, strength, and for all the right reasons. And I'll just repeat, your best self. So not the best self that the media tells you you should be. Your best self. Fulfilling the things that you want to fulfill in this life, coming from the values that you believe in. The best reason for all of this is your own vitality. Your vitality. With this in place, true vitality, you'll be able to ensure physical ability to live the life that you dream of for yourself. Everything takes resources. Some things take time, some things take money, everything takes energy. And physical energy is required to do the things that you want to do in your life. This is what living your best life really means. So let's get to the challenge. I just want to check something quickly because I don't see any comments. Where are all my beautiful people? Okay, you know me and tech, we have a journey together. So stay with me. I'm just checking okay, can't see any comments. It tells me that there should be comments. If there are comments, So obviously there are no comments. Am I hitting you that hard? I don't think I'm hitting you that hard. But if I am, let me know. So here's the challenge that I'm putting to you for the next 7 days. Well, until we meet again next Friday. Oh, here's Nicole Smart. Yay! Thank you, Nicole. So for 7 days, even if you already have a daily quiet time practice with yourself, I have, as I've mentioned so many times before, what I call magical me time mornings, and I absolutely thrive in it. But I'm going to be doing this with you for 7 days to refresh my connection with my physical self. So try this for a week and then let me know the results you get. Set aside 30 to 60 minutes every morning. I know that sounds crazy, right? But remember, you're worth it. Just as anyone else is worth time and effort, so are you. So that might sound like a lot, 30 to 60 extra minutes every morning, but give it a go. So set that aside, and it depends on you. Some people can really get to grips with themselves and their deep inner self in a shorter space of time. Some people need longer. For me, when I wake up in the morning, I like to take my time a bit. So I'll take the 60 minutes, thanks. Then first thing after you wake up, do a body scan. Now, if you don't know what this is, the easiest way to explain it is just to close your eyes and run your mind over every inch of your body, from your toes right up to the crown of your head, checking in with how your body is feeling. So try to connect with every part of you, your bones, your veins, your muscles, your skin, your internal organs. Really, really try and connect with every part of you, your brain when you get there, your eyes. And do that body scan and check in. How is everything feeling? Are you feeling vital and alive and healthy? Or are there some tweaks, even if you don't know what they are, just note them. In that process and at the end of it, ask your body, that might sound weird to some of you, but stick with me. Ask your body what it needs to feel better. And then just trust what comes to you. Write that in your journal. So write in your journal how your body is feeling and what it needs to feel better. Next, after you've done the body scan and done the body check, stay with your journal. In your journal, I want you to write what is the most important thing to you in life and what you want to achieve by the end of your life. Okay? For each point, write down how your body can support you in this. And you're going to be doing this every day. So maybe on day one, you might feel a bit sticky and you're not sure, or maybe only one or two big things come through for you. And then as the days progress, I'm telling you more and more will come through. And for each one, write down how your body can support you in this. For example, my mission in life to change the world through sacred self-love. I need my body for that. I need to be able to show up for lives like this. I need to show up for speaking events. I need to show up for one-on-ones with my clients. I need to show up for group sessions. And if I'm tired, if I'm poorly nourished, if I'm not fit and healthy, I won't be able to maintain that. I won't be able to sustain my energy. So I need my body for that. Another thing, I love going on walks. I love seeing new places. I need my fitness and my health to be able to see new places and enjoy them walking. Another thing is I love my family and friends who are in countries far away from me. Therefore, that requires travel. Travel needs a healthy body. You can travel with an unhealthy body, but it will take its toll. And then the time that I spend with my family and friends won't be as valuable. So for everything that you want to achieve by the end of your life, write down how your body can support you with that. So that's the morning part. That's the journaling part. Before you get up and go for the day, though, thank your body for everything that it does every day. No mention of failings or if you have any body parts missing. None of that even comes into play. Just thank your body for what it does every day. So I'm just going to recap the mornings. The mornings are doing your body scan, asking your body what it needs to feel better, writing down how your body feels and what it needs, and then writing down what you want to achieve in your life and how your body can support you with that. And finally, in the mornings, mentally thanking your body for everything that it does for you. Then we're going to take it a little bit further. So that's your mornings. Now during the day, it's about staying mindfully connected with your body throughout the day. How does your body feel when you eat certain foods? Right now, my body feels like my mouth is a bit dry. Oopsie. So I've got beautiful lemon water here to hydrate myself. And I missed my mouth there at the end of the sip. Talking too much, getting a dry mouth. So stay mindfully connected to your body. How does your body feel? For me, I know I've learned over years that my body feels better with quite a lot of lemon in my water. It really, really supports me to stay hydrated and to keep my pH levels alkaline. And that works for me. That's taken time to learn that. So yes, this is just a week, but if you haven't done this before, or even if you have done it before, you might have lost touch a bit. So it's about getting back into full connection with your body. So every time you eat something, check in not with the sensation as much as how your actual body receives that particular food. An example is recently I've been cutting out on refined sugar. And I've noticed, like the other day, I went for a beautiful day at the spa with my friends. And part of the spa day was a high tea, which included some beautiful sweet treats. And of course, I had them. It was a celebration day. That's not the day to be saying, I'm not going to eat half the stuff on the high tea tray. And I noticed that within a few mouthfuls, like it didn't take very long into the sweet stuff, that my whole mouth was actually burning. So I've become more aware. That's something I never used to notice. It's probably always happened. And refined sugar is highly acidic. So, just learning your body. So it's like staying in touch. And then with activities as well. So not just around food, but around activities. How does your body feel when you do certain things? And this can also shift from day to day. So yeah, this can be a really lifetime practice. But for this week, just pay real attention to differentiating between sensations and how your body actually feels, and just making a mental note, being mindful of what is going on in your body. And then just before you fall asleep each night, thank your body again. You'll be amazed, just that alone, even if you do none of the rest of the challenge, that gratitude towards your body can shift everything. Then there's more at the end of the week, right at the end of the week, before you tell me how this went for you. Create a new plan for yourself, for your body, with tweaks. Tweaks to your eating and tweaks to your physical activity, any physical activity. So eating, drinking, exercise, sleep, anything that involves your physical body. Write a new plan with tweaks to that based on your observations in the week. These might be tiny, tiny little changes, or they might be big. It's really entirely up to you. As long as you remember, while you're doing it, that self-discipline comes from self-love and not from self-punishment. So no punishment. This week is about internal focus. This week is about connecting with that part of you that drives who you are. It's that part of you that makes you, you, and me. It's the part of you that is individual. It's not about media images of what you should be doing, what you should be eating, how much or little you should be sleeping. It's about you. It's about what works for you. Try and get in touch with your rhythm, with what works and doesn't work for you on a personal basis. And then do let me know how it goes at the end of the week. As I said, this really is a lifetime practice. For me, I have committed my life to sacred self-love, to really getting to know that inner part of me, to getting to know my body. It's been a big part of my journey, connecting with my body, learning to love, accept, nurture, and support my body. It's been a huge part of my journey. And yet I still do weeks like this week that I'm going to do with you, just to revive and refresh that connection and to make sure that I am on the right track, that I'm not just applying things for the sake of applying them. And then once you get into that and you start doing this on a regular basis, what you'll find is that your self-discipline really is supporting your own best next level. So you won't just be striving for that big butt that I spoke of just now. So that big butt, because media says I must have a big butt, now I'm striving for a big butt. What you might find that you're doing is that you're exercising your gluteus maximus more than you ever did before, because it supports your knee health and your back health. It supports your hips. It supports your mobility in later life. So that brings a whole new perspective to it. And having strong mobility later in life means that you'll be able to keep up with all of the wonderful things that you want to achieve for yourself. So then self-discipline takes on a very new personality in your life. And suddenly, yes, that butt, it's not about it being big or skinny. It's about it being strong and supportive. It's about it supporting the values that you live by. It's about it supporting the dreams that you have for yourself. It's about working with your body in a love relationship to bring the best to this life that you wake up to every day. So that's the challenge. What I am going to do after this is I will post the wording of the challenge below in the comments. So because I know that I talk quite fast sometimes, so it might have been a bit fast for you. I did try and repeat it and slow down, but I will put it in the comments anyway, so you'll have the detail. And then please do let me know how it goes. I will let you know next week. And next week, part 2, we are talking mind. And mind is a fun one. So stay tuned. Join me again for Who Am I? Reality versus illusion. And let's continue this journey of sacred self-love together. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Remember to love yourself and let me know how it goes. Ciao for now. Bye.